What's up, everybody? What's up, Deep Dive community? My name is Mpho Mutaurirwa. Welcome to this special edition, the special episode of Deep Dive. We're going to do something a little bit new. We hope you guys enjoy it and appreciate it. And today, I am joined with a special man, a brother, a friend, a man I've worked with in business, a man I respect a lot, Mr. Nchidzi Mokento. What's good, man?
I'm all right, man. How you doing?
I'm all right, dog. Good to see you, man.
Thanks for the
Yeah,
invite,
people say
man.
we're brothers, man, eh?
Yeah, apparently we do look alike, eh?
I mean, melanin, dog, you know, that's what we do.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, man, it's lovely to have you here, man.
Likewise.
Lovely to have you in this too.
How have you been? How's business going on your end?
Hey, man, ups and downs, but we keep rising. But actually, I'm very grateful. So far, so good. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good journey.
The only way is up.
The only way is up,
The
man.
only
How's
way
it
is
on
up.
your side?
That's all right.
Yeah,
Can't complain.
not too.
Not too bad, actually.
Yeah.
I'm on my first quarter, my financial year. It's promising.
My man.
That's all I can say.
I'm on my first quarter. Hey, man, you just threw me out. I was like, hey,
Nah,
dope
it's-
stuff, man. Dope stuff. Yeah. Hey, man, we're going to talk about business today. We're going to go into the depths. There's a number of topics that we have lined up here.
Yes,
I don't know
sir.
if you're ready for that, man. But before we get into that, just to give people a bit of perspective and so that they know exactly who's this gentleman seated in front of them. Just let people know who you are and walk us through just your entrepreneurial journey briefly.
Yeah, that's it's
You
quite
sell
a
drugs.
I wish.
Yeah.
No, I don't sell drugs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a founder and CEO of Seasons Capital,
Yeah.
which is a digital marketing company that also provides IT solutions. Because, our main mandate is we believe there's a lot of businesses doing great things, man, but they're just kept in the shadows. So we're just here to unearth Africa's but we're here to unearth Africa's
Gems.
best kept secrets.
Yeah.
And then I'm also into construction
it.
and property management. Entrepreneurial journey. I started in 2012. You won't believe this.
This was what? You were Form 1, Form 2?
Yeah, Form 1, Form 2.
Yo.
Amen. Form 1, Form 2, but yeah.
Yeah.
How it started is I had my cousin in varsity,
Yeah.
Mo UB. So I gave this guy money. I think it was 30 pula at the time. He bought a packet of cigarettes. I was like, look, can you go sell this for me and then bring me the profits? Did that in UB.
Beta.
Yeah. Did that in UB, branched out to BAC, Baisaho. And yeah, it caught on, and for Form 1, 2 student was
You're
living
bringing
big.
good money.
I was making good money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it morphed into.
Yeah, it was like, this is something I could do. Like, if I told you how I got into property, my cousin had built a multi-res. And then one day he's like, yo, come help me clean. And I just prepare what I want tenants move in. It's all sorted. I was like, I bet. So we got there, we cleaned. And the next thing is like, you're trying to manage the property.
Wow.
Like, I was
Kudos to you for coming through, man. I mean, many people will be like, clean. Hey, chief.
like, I just want to clean. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. I was like, no, I'm just going to clean overall or that. Then from
Yeah.
here, I'm going back home.
Yeah.
I was like, no, manage the property. I'm like, hey, man, I've never done this sort of thing. Like, it's like, no, just talk to tenants, deal with tenants, collect rentals and stuff, all issues, contracting. Then, yeah, started the property management gig.
Nice.
And the next thing is like, yo, I'm building another multi-res. Can you like supervise the whole project from scratch?
Whoa. Project manager.
So that's like I got into project management now.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, and I have to find contractors, I have to find builders, I have to find, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, but now I'm managing what? I've roughly around 4 or 5 properties under me, different people. And
I know
yeah,
you guys are clapping.
and yeah, we
Tell them how old you are, man. Just so they know. Just so you blow us away.
I'm 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 25 years young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. By the way, I just turned 25 years young also just a
Yeah,
few
congrats
days
to you,
back.
man. Like,
And
yeah.
I feel like this is, they call it quarter to life now, eh?
Yeah.
We're stepping into it, and I'm very, very excited for the next 25 years.
Yes, sir.
And I'm trying to have them planned out. So yeah, man. And you then, I cut you short. carry on with where you were. Property.
Oh, the construction
Yeah,
side.
you said you should construction, and then how did you start Seasons then?
How did you start Seasons?
Yeah.
Seasons was born in like 2019. I was on attachment for meteorological services. I'm an IT guy by training. So one day I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay, there's this thing called data. It's the world's best currency. This thing called data and business. I'm like, okay, fine. How can we integrate these two to work together to serve the customer and build strong business networks? It's like, okay, fine. I went to the gym. I met some gentleman here. He had a sports store, should I call it that? So the USA and the gym gear and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, look, man, let me market your business. By then, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, let me market your business. He was like, what are you offering? I was like, nah, I'll find the data for you. I'll push you out there. It's like, I'd bet. How much are you charging?
Yeah.
I was a newbie.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me charge a safe amount. Like a very safe amount, like ridiculously safe. And I was like, 500. This man looked at me and laughed.
Yeah.
He was like, 500? Nah. It's like, nah, I'll give you 1.5. But do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me.
Wow.
I was like, hey, this is doable. It's not that difficult. I did that, paid me, did that for another month, got my pay. That's how Seasons was born.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And kudos to you, because definitely for him to trust you in that capacity without any prior work shows that you're already a trustworthy person, somebody that kept your word.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I want us to get right into it. I'm sure the people are ready to hear some cheesy gems.
Yes, sir.
So we're just gonna go to some of the business news that we have here. First off, we have like Mascom and Letshego partner to deliver Maizaka instant loans. So this is from the Business Weekly.
Yes, sir.
This came out April 6, 2023. They partnered to launch that. This is a customer-focused mobile money microloan service designed to provide customers with swift, convenient access to funds driven by the underlying theme of Ituse, meaning help yourself.
Yes.
What do you think about that, man? I'm sure you have a few thoughts on that as to...
Yeah, definitely. I feel on a microfinancing, or should I call it informal banking as they call it, it's actually a very good initiative. Like, I'll take you back to my entrepreneurial journey. I skipped this, by the way.
Yeah.
At one point, as a varsity student, I took out of my allowance to go buy more pane firewood.
Oh yeah, I remember that time.
Yes, I used to sell pane firewood. And I'd just sell around town for 50 pula, 80, 100 and stuff. And at that time, that's money that, I don't qualify to open a business bank account.
Yeah.
So now it's like, someone in such a position, where would you store that money? So I thought that's a great initiative because it offers you convenience. Like, you can deposit, withdraw wherever, whenever. You can pay your bills, utilities. It offers you a chance to escape poverty, you feel like you belong.
Yeah.
You have the dignity as a person. My money is worth to be kept in a bank if I may say so.
Yeah. You become bankable. And I think that's what you're saying. Like, a lot of us, mo Botswana, I'll talk about Botswana more. Even in Africa, to be honest, we are not very bankable, or we are not banked.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to get loans. It's hard for us we don't have credit because, so it becomes difficult because even in business, you have to be able to know how to use debt to finance some of your, to finance some of the businesses, whatever you need to finance for the business.
Yeah.
I know in real estate they use that a lot. Yeah. And you just need to be bankable, man. Even just dealing with anybody, sponsors, anything.
Yeah.
Like if they can't see
like it's
like a statement.
Yeah, it goes back to, are you credit worthy?
Yeah.
Because this is their hard-earned money.
Yeah.
And then them giving it to you as a gamble. So they need to price that risk down and call it interest.
Yeah.
And check your credit scores. Are you the type of, do you live hand to mouth? Like, does money come in and go? And your spending patterns, like, how much do you keep? How much can they trust you with certain amounts of money that you can trust yourself with?
You can trust yourself with,
So it's a great initiative.
Exactly. Because what they're saying on the article is they're saying that customers can access it through the MyZaka *167# USSD code. The loan gives customers instant access to funds from as little as 50 pula to a maximum of 1.5 payable within 30 days. I mean, $50. And I remember the time where I think this was just after varsity. I only had $50 to my name. $50 is a lot of money. Man, I'm telling you, you can do so much with $50. And I think 50 to 150 be depending on, they're saying that, 50 pula to a maximum of 1.5 payable within 30 days at very low interest rates. I'm not really sure how much the interest rates are, but they're saying eligibility for the loan is determined by the customer's spending pattern on the MyZaka platform. So I guess to a degree, it also helps inform people on how to spend their money correctly.
Yeah.
So that they can be able to qualify for higher.
Yeah.
For higher loans.
Yeah, definitely elevating people from living at the bottom of the pyramid.
Yeah.
Now gives you utility. It gives you
Access.
Utility access.
Definitely.
What else?
Yeah, definitely. So man, I know this. I know that I think Orange also has something similar with Stakule.
Yes.
They do something of this. And we had a speaker also on Deep Dive come through last year. Shine Chivia of Ipachi Capital.
Yeah.
They do something of this sort. And I think there's so much money in the informal sector. It's just that it's not, how can I put it? It's not put in the right channels that can, or it's not put in the right channels that can allow for leverage. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the bus rank right now,
that's a good example.
6 combis.
Yeah.
But cannot take a loan.
Yeah.
Or has a combi or 2 combis, but cannot take a loan. And you wonder, this guy has assets like the combi and all these things. It allows people to become bankable. It allows for that. Yeah. Obviously, in the aspect of, because this is just 50 to 1.5.
Yeah.
It's a start, right? Because I know Orange Money. I'll speak on Orange Money because I've used it for a very long time. It used to have like the highest amount of money you could put in there was like, I think 4 or 5,000 back in the day. And then it went like 10, then 30, then I think somewhere around 50. Obviously I stand to be corrected, but the last time I checked or the last time I asked, that's what they said. And I'm like, there's people who solely just have either MyZaka or Orange Money. Just these,
Yeah.
And I think it's really, really helping the informal sector push forward.
It is. It certainly gives them a platform. It's a launching pad. Just let me start up, because if I'm in informal sector and I want a loan for my business, I need financial projections. I need to have existed for X amount of years. I need to have a turnover of X amount of pula before the bank can say, look, we can trust you with this. But other than stuff, you find that maybe all I need is $1,000.
Bruh. All you need is $1,000, just buy stock and get started. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So the other thing I want to talk about was CEDA partners with EU to scale up youth entrepreneurship. That is the headline of this article. And I think it's very, very powerful what's going on, just the ability to put Botswana Botswana as a global player. That's crazy because my laptop just switched off. But the ability to put Botswana as a global player on the global playing field.
Yeah.
I think that is amazing, man. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I feel we could use a lot of FDI, foreign direct investment. And hey, man, as we all know, there's alarming rates of unemployment. Like year in, year out, universities are just churning out graduates just like that. And where these guys to go? Because people give us stories of, hey, man, graduate, finish school, you'll find a job.
They'll be fighting for you.
They'll be fighting for you. But now the sad reality is,
there's
there's a lot of us fighting for the same job. But at the same time, there's a million opportunities to be explored in Africa and Botswana. So I feel that's a great initiative. Just equip us with the right tools, the right mindset, the right theoretical frameworks to say, look, I can exist in such an environment. My start does not determine where I'm going or does not determine my ending.
Yeah.
So,
exactly. And you gave a good point that I wanted to touch on, because we talk about the lack of what am I saying? The unemployment rate that's high. You know, which hey man, the way I think about it, obviously it's high. Relatively high because obviously it's in comparison to other countries and whatever. But I think to a great degree also the lack of employment is also because of just the lack of hey man, I don't know how to put this, man, in the best possible way. I think that we are kind of like this. We're not thinking like that, like globally, in the sense that, I mean, if you have an internet connection, there's probably a gazillion jobs you can apply for.
That's very true.
I mean, you could go on websites that hire virtual assistants that work worldwide. And you could, I mean, there's just, I feel like there's just ways of going about it instead of just like,
Yeah, very true. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people should drop out of school. But I feel what our education system is doing, we're taught more. Look, you have a test. Study for this test. This is how you study for this test. This is the scope. We're taught to write exams and pass. But now, when you ask us to apply what you've learned in varsity, hey man, a lot of us will tell you, look, I have a 4.5 GPA. Like I did computing. You would tell me to build a website or an application right now. I'll probably just look at you like, what's this man saying? I had to do those things on paper.
It's not applicable.
And we were only taught to, I think it's in most black households. Look, stay in your lane. Don't tap into other economies. Don't tap into other markets. That's why, as a black person, I'll be like, look, I want to start a business. I'll be told I'll be given a stat that there's 50 other businesses out there doing the same thing. How are you gonna flourish? But why are we not taught like guys in Europe, in Asia, in the States, where you taught, look, think global. Think global. I can start a business here, but serve a person in Australia. Start a business here with a person in Asia in mind. So I feel that's the kind of mentality and framework we need to adopt.
Definitely. Global is the way to go about it. I mean, even if you can't even go global, at least just be original, man. Like, at least be in like SADC. Try to serve SADC, because I think that this is just one of the things that you can't expect to grow to certain. There's levels that we can never get to. You know, if you just look at even Botswana, how many billionaires we have, so to speak. Maybe there's probably like a few, if at all. Obviously, if you look at our population also, it kind of makes sense, but we have to be more global. We just have to be more global and just be outside. We just need to stop thinking about the box mentality of, I'm here because I saw this being done. Also, I think another point to that is, if you look at our parents, what they valued most, how they'll tell you, hey, who rutegile? Who na le PhD, who na le masters, it's 7. Okay, not like, but like, you get the point.
I guess,
that was the value that was what they had. And I'm a big advocate for education. Mehela, I'm a bigger advocate for self-education, because I think that's where a lot of us stop. School, full stop. And then that's where the separation happens, to be honest. I think self-education is where the separation happens, because it takes deliberate effort. You know, when you're going to varsity, you're going with your classmates, you have a course outline, you know you're supposed to do this. But if you're not self-educating and you're not looking into feeding yourself more, I think you're just going to operate here, man.
No, that's true. And I feel most of it goes down to the point that we don't set visions. We don't set goals. We don't have systems and processes for our lives. It doesn't have to end at a business level. Because you find out I went through varsity. Sure, cool. Did I know what I want out of varsity? Or did I just want to make my parents proud?
Yeah. Hey, man. And I also think the framework we use or the mindset we use getting into varsity. I was talking to a varsity student not so long ago. They were asking me, if you went to varsity, what would you do? I'm like, boss, if I went back to varsity, I'd attend my classes better. Number one. Number two, I know this might sound corny or whatever. I'd research every single person in my class. I'd research their last names. I'd know who their parents are. This is how the world is, man. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a connectivity. You know, I'd research who their parents are. I'd know who I'd befriend. The weird guys who are always by themselves in the corners. I'd befriend the guys that are always on the PC. I'd befriend everybody. Of course, I was everybody's person, but I was not intentional about it.
Yeah.
I'd befriend the dean. Go to that kind of thing. I would think that way because also I think what varsity gives you, varsity helps you to manage. I think one of the greatest things varsity helps you to manage is like manage time.
Yeah, and resource.
Yeah. Manage time and resource and also be able to know how to deal with people, like person to person. Because the people that got the opportunities, even if you look, anybody knows this, like the people that got the most opportunities, even after varsity, are the people who were always like this, who were go-getters, who were talking to the lecturers, who were in their offices, who were getting and joining clubs, doing all these things, you know? And a lot of us just go into varsity and you're like, hey, you just get any course, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's how we have to think about it. But I wanted us to touch on this because, especially as it relates to education, the power of AI and leveraging AI. What are we doing? More bots, got AI. You know, the fourth IR. I know there are companies that are running at the forefront right now.
Yeah.
I think before we started, we talked about
Xavier Africa. Yeah.
You know, I think they're doing amazing, and they got a deal with the government. And I'm like, whew.
Yeah, and they launched an AI. What's it called? Samantha or something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think that's pretty dope. I mean, getting the government on board.
That's big.
It's big, man.
Like, you know that.
It's big.
I mean, you know you're onto something.
You know you're onto something.
Something big.
Yeah. And I think also credit to our government, the ability to allow for that to happen. And, you know, to allow to be, because I reading the article, there was a point where they said that we want to be people who are good at the makers, not just the receivers.
Yeah.
The producers, you know. And I think that's where we should start to think, not just as Botswana, but as Africa. We have to become more producers than consumers. And I think it'll change for us.
Yeah, I think just early adoption and using AI and machine learning. You know, that's a big step. It'll help a lot of companies.
Yeah.
Like, if you leverage it well and use it well,
yeah,
you have data, access to data, big data, which is the biggest currency you need as a business, because you need to know, because it gives you insights into who are your customers, where do you find them, how best can I deliver this product, how best can I target this person with a marketing campaign, how best can I do this and that. So in that way, there's better service delivery, there's happier customers, scalable businesses, man. Because it now opens you up to external markets, global markets. You find what my small Seasons Capital in Botswana now competes with a company in the US.
Yeah.
Just through AI and machine learning.
And I think we have to really dig hard into it. You know, AI, Web3, NFTs, the blockchain.
Yeah.
It's the greatest equalizer. The internet came, I mean, technology, internet, all these things came.
Yeah.
And it's now the time for us to really take it with the, you know.
Yeah, and guys, I mean, AI is not evil, guys. It's because people look at like, hey, it's what it's and stuff. I'm like, nah, it's here to make your life better, if anything.
Exactly. I feel like that's the basis, the focal point of any technology.
Yeah.
Is to make life better.
It's improved efficiency,
faster, easier, cheaper. You know, there's a technology I read about where it helps. It's in biotech.
Yeah.
Where they take your root hair cells. If your body burns, they can take your root hair cells and could they replant them wherever you have the burn, and it will start to regenerate new skin cells.
That's deep.
In a short period of time, you will look exactly as you were before. I was like, I'm like, this is where we're going. This is where the world should be going, And I think we have to really, especially even in our education system right now, we have to be very intentional about getting this generation of youth, younger Gen Zs, everybody, Gen X, onto AI, onto these things.
Yeah.
This is what we should be learning, man. This is what we should really be learning, because that's where the world is going.
Yeah, that's where the world's going. Because,
look at ChatGPT, man.
Hey, ChatGPT.
Look at ChatGPT.
I mean, it saves a lot of people time and effort.
I wrote on Facebook sometime. On my Facebook, I was just probing this because I like to hear people's opinions. I said, I think ChatGPT might replace a lot of consultants.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was like, and people were like, others were like, others were for, others were against it. But the truth is undeniable. There's a level of truth to that.
Yeah.
Because you can ask it anything. You can ask it, write me this poem. Write me a poem about my dad who turns on the 29th of October, who likes brown, who does this and this and this. It will, bruh.
Yeah, because, what my experience with ChatGPT is, you can literally teach it.
Exactly.
And then now you question it and it gives you answers.
You can literally
detailed answers. Yeah, you just teach it. Okay, fine, ChatGPT, this is my business. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then ask it, give me a mission statement. It will give you a mission statement. Right. Give me a vision. Write me a business plan.
Write me a contract.
A contract.
A contract where you have to spend money to do this. Write me a contract. You get it there.
I feel the only limitation is it lacks judgment. But this area, you kind of, you're going astray.
But there's some way it will tell you I'm an AI generation, but so I cannot say this because I think just to protect, but
they don't want to be sued.
yeah. But I also heard some varsity students are using ChatGPT.
Yeah, for assignments.
I heard that one varsity student was using ChatGPT. In fact, he was using ChatGPT and a 3D printer. So he wasn't even touching the paper. He was writing using the 3D printer, having ChatGPT type in. I was just blown away. I was like, man, we're living in a different time in history, man. We're living in a different time in history. And the thing about technology and advancement is that the time interval that it took in the past for new technologies to emerge, right now it just gets shorter and shorter and shorter because technology gets better and better and better, man.
With these advantages, who'd hate technology? Let's be realistic.
Yeah, man.
Saves you time, saves you money, gives you quick, precise results.
Yeah.
I don't have to hire a marketing guy. I'm going to be paying $25,000 a month. I can just ask ChatGPT, write me a Facebook post about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then you just add your little twist to it.
Add your little twist.
Bingo. Hey, man, before we wrap it up, I just wanted you to give us your last thoughts to SMEs. Some of the things, obviously you work with a lot of them.
Yeah.
Give us just 1 or 2 takeaways that people can have, that give the people 1 or 2 takeaways that they can have, that they can take with. What am I saying, man? I'm trying to speak English here. But you understand me, man. Yeah.
That they can take home.
That they can take and apply in their own lives, and in their own businesses.
Right. There's 2 things that got me going business. Number 1, the richest place on earth is a graveyard. That's one thing I learned. Number 2, your yes to your business is someone's yes, and it's making someone's life better. So don't stop at anything. Don't let anyone tell you, I don't know, you're gonna fail at this. If they do, tell them, yeah, you're right, because they're not you. They would fail, you won't fail.
Yeah.
So just stay with it. Fight for your business. Keep learning. That's the biggest key. Just keep learning. Master your craft. Feed your craft. Whatever you do, don't stop learning.
Yeah.
And just don't quit. You'll most certainly get there.
Yeah. Lovely, man.
Yes, sir.
Lovely, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys got some value from it. Obviously, we could have dug even deeper into it, but we're going to have more of these. So comment below what you guys want to see. Comment below on some of the business news that you guys have. We read all your comments and we enjoy them. And Nchidzi's links, everything for Seasons Capital will be below, so you guys can check him out and be able to engage with him. Definitely engage with him. I recommend him. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'll meet same time, same place next week. Be great. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We really hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Deep Dive is dedicated to bringing you the most comprehensive and engaging information about business, personal finance, and personal development. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with all our latest content. If you like this video, give it a like to show your support and help us reach a wider audience. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family who may be interested. Sharing helps us grow our community and connect with like-minded individuals. Leave a comment below and give us your biggest takeaway on this episode. If you're interested in being a part of our live studio audiences, make sure to register for the next show. Can't make it to the show? No problem. Check out our Patreon page to watch the full episode and get exclusive access to more great content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Deep Dive.